If you're interested in learning more about the importance of storytelling and its effects on humankind, it takes some time studying psychology and studying ancient myths and fairy tales throughout time, and really kind of coming to grips with what role stories have played in human culture and society. I've been recently revisiting Grimm's fairy tales here in one of the more recent physical incarnations of it. You can find this on Amazon, but it's the full, complete collection. And there's a portion up front about why the Brothers Grimm compiled this volume way back in the early 1800s. I want to talk about this a little bit because we live in a very divided time in our country and in the world right now, and it sounds a lot like the world of the Brothers Grimm when they compiled this volume.
I don't know if how many people here are familiar with this, but obviously they're German, and they started compiling these folk tales before there was an official Germany. It was right after the fall of the Holy Roman Empire, dissolved in the early 1801 or whatever. But Germany was just like a bunch of factions, and they were religiously separated, they were economically separated, they were politically separated. And one of the reasons that the Brothers Grimm started compiling these folk tales that reach back hundreds and thousands of years for them was to find some sort of unifying German identity among the people that everyone could connect with.
If all Germans shared the same language, the same spirit, the Volksgeist, or spirit of the people, how is it anything but natural for them to be united as one political community as well? This is why, even though the Grimms were devout Christians, they were interested in folk tales as remnants of pre-Christian culture, one that transcended the divide between Protestant and Catholic that had so split Germany. A culture that, according to them, dated back even before recorded history, thus once upon a time.
It was about bringing people together. Stories were their way of trying to solve that for people. And obviously we all think of Grimm's fairy tales today. It's lasted the time. So in many ways, from my standpoint, that's something that we always need. We go through periods of time where it's all about trying to kind of argue over data, arguing over truth, arguing over facts, arguing over all this other stuff, and finding story that unites people is kind of one of those things that you find throughout history as being a solution throughout the ages.